So Pet Dragon's Retrain finally released. We have been looking forward to this tool for ages. A great card that solves a lot of the problems Harpie's had and really helps streamline the deck. But more so than even in Pure, it really starts to shine when you mix the deck with other engines. So I have some replays to show, but first I wanted to go over this build, which is a Harpie Tri-brigade Lyrilusc deck. Now, unlike some mixes, which do tend to run a much smaller Harpie package, generally cutting it down to the bare minimum, I, as someone who is a big fan of Harpies, I've been playing them in real life for at least 6 years at this point, a little more actually. I could never cut it down further, so I really wanted to keep them as a core component of the deck, while still gaining the advantages of the other engines. So we are running a fairly sizable Harpie package. 3 of the new Pet Dragon is the star of the show here. It has been a long time coming, nearly a year since it was announced, and it's great. So you don't use it too often in this capacity for this deck, but one thing it can do is when you special summon it, it immediately will allow you to get the double search off Perfumer if you, for example, you opened with a free card like Turquoise into this. You can get Perfumer's double search. You can also combine it with Channeler into Perfumer for the double search. If you're running rank 7s, it can bump Channeler up to level 7. It can also serve as a discard if you need it. It's good to have usable names that can be bodies or discards. It also can synchro itself away with any of the level 1 birds into the synchro, and it can mill, when you link it away, or synchro it away, Nerval to search for the Tri-brigade package, or you can mill Harpist for an additional search on the end phase, which is a great card. Then you've got your Harpie normal summons, 3 Perfumer, such as Egotist, so it's a 1 card length play or Xyz play, triple Channeler, tutors out Perfumer, 1 solitary Harpist for the alternate Dragon Mill for resources, and 2 Egotist targets, followed by triple Sign, double Egotist. You only need 2 of these. We only have 2 targets anyway, and it's easily accessible through Sign and Perfumer. Sign, of course, being one of the most powerful cards the deck has due to its ability to search the Trap, Feather Duster, and a Perfumer besides. Sign, in particular, we want to discard when possible, and luckily we have some extra deck outlets to do that. Duster is, of course, a powerful card that any deck can use, but we can search it. And triple Featherstorm, one of the most broken traps in the game, held back by being part of a lackluster archetype. It's seeing more common play in the meta now thanks to Fluwonder, but it's right at home here with us. So that's the entire Harpie package. For Tri-brigades, we're on a relatively compact engine, triple Fractal, 1 each of Karis and Kit, double Nerval, and double Tenki and a Revolt. So generally you're going to be doing the Fractal, Kit, Nerval, Karis line if you have it. Nerval as a level 1 winged beast has synergy with the 3rd component of the deck. We saw these 2 engines used together in meta a fair bit, so it's fairly known that they can interact. And of course, Revolt is a powerful way not only to get some removal out, but to get a second search off Harpist, a second search off Nerval, a second cycle off Fledgette. It's just a powerful card. And for the Lyrilusc engine, triple Turquoise, you can summon it for free. If you open Turquoise and Dragon, you can drop Turquoise, summon Dragon, and synchro into the level 8 Cyber Slash without committing any normal summons, but also has great synergy when combined with the other birds, so 1 each of Sapphire and Cobalt, and triple Bird Call. There's interactions, so for example, Fractal can send Cobalt, then you can summon Turquoise from hand, special back Cobalt, search Nerval or Sapphire. There's interactions like that. Yeah, it's right. And finally, just to round things up, triple Droplets. You want something in the main in this format. Yeah, at least 1 card. Some people are even they're doubling it up with like Dark Ruler, that kind of card, because the boards we're facing are highly oppressive and difficult to out if you lose the die roll. Droplet also has nice synergy because you can discard, sign, or send it off the field and get that search. So it's a 42 card main, pretty solid. Extra deck is super tight. You see I have 2 more cards that kind of like to fit in here. I might drop Assembled and Almirage, I don't know. But anyway, a single Cyber Slash. Just, a great in-theme synchro, easily accessible, good removal. You can bounce Mirror Jade with it. Fun card all around. A Zeus, sometimes you just need to send a field. Chidori is it's weird for a Harpie deck. I have one single rank 4 slot right now. You can bump it up to maybe 2, but the extra deck is just so tight. I like Chidori. Other options are fine. Or actually, Baguska is another one that I'm seriously considering because of how many decks struggle to out a Baguska on board while we are playing with our links. But I like Chidori. It can out things like Mirror Jade. It can deal with back row. It's just a really good card. Recital is important. It doesn't come up too often, but when it does, you'll be glad you have it. It can search out any number of the all the level 1s, and so you'll use it often with plays that involve Sapphire. And yes, searching Nerval. Like I said, it's not an every game thing, but just come up. Assembled is probably the least used card in this extra deck. It's basically used for Zeus plays. It does come up, just not terribly often. Double Shureg, great removal because it's a non-targeting banish. Also, it's your usual Revolt summon, but you can also use it on some turns as part of your turn 1 play if you'll Tri-brigade, banish 4, make it, then link them both off and get the search. Access code for removal. Appaloosa is one of the most common components of our end board for negates. Rugal, ongoing Shureg procs, but also you can use it to put cards back into your hand. Conductor is mostly a bridge in theme. Her effect does come up rare occasions, but not too common. Bear Broom, we're running both Revolt access, but also her discard is actually good in this deck because you can discard Sign to get the search. Farishet, hand cycling something from hand. Double Dragon Lords is another card that you can use to send Sign for its cost, and it's an easily accessible bit of disruption. And Almirage, it doesn't come up very often. It is cuttable, and then you'll have that one hand where you needed it, and you'll be like, oh, I wish I still had it. You use it for hands where your only real play is normal summon Nerval. So yeah, let's show some replays and you get an idea of how this runs. I'm pretty excited to be able to play this. I'm so happy the Dragon finally came out. I was a long-time Harpie fan. It's been quite a wait. So here we're facing a Shadal hero deck. It's a weird one. And usual fractal play. He shotgunned that too fast, which lets us just do things. And here you're going to see link it away for the search, and we're going to get the Bear Room sign discard. What we want here is Conductor because we want the we're going to search out that Storm, so we need to make sure we have a Harpie on board. And search 3. Nice and straightforward. Yeah, he did not understand how that worked, unfortunately, so he cost himself his own window there. Very sad, but alright. And here we're mostly just spamming bodies out. The Nibiru is going to hurt, unfortunately. But because it left the field, we still get our Revolt, so we'll see what we can do. And the reason we're doing this is we want the Shurek to fire on the chain that this resolves, and we're then going to chain block the negation. So he can negate one of the great effects. I probably should have ordered the kit and the Nerval in reverse, but it's, whatever. But yeah. I'm fine with putting that back. He can keep Nibiru as long as he wants. He can't use it as long as I control it, so I basically denied him a turn. And from here, there's nothing he can do. I know what he's going to draw, so yeah. Alright. This time we're facing off against Tearlaments, an actually competent deck, so it's a good demonstration. Wind is pretty annoying. He shotguns that, so we're going to go ahead and take this opportunity to shut down that window. This is unfortunate, but he actually targeted the wrong card. If he had targeted the dragon, it would have been devastating. I'm not really sure what the deal was with that. I shouldn't have put that back. That was a misplay on my part. I did not play this terribly well, neither did he, so, you know, between the two of us, misplay cancels out misplay. He finds it surprisingly difficult to get big enough, has to resort to a Boral Sword, which is fine by me, because Boral Sword doesn't do anything. It's a dead card. And then top decking that turquoise was just incredible luck. Okay. For this one, we have a nice long replay. We're going against heroes again. I don't know what it is at Edo, but heroes just are everywhere. Unfortunately, this hand was kind of awkward, and I didn't play it the greatest. It's gonna be okay, though. So at this point, we have one piece of disruption we must use perfectly if we want to survive. And the trick here is I need my side to resolve. And that card, just like that, we are back in the game. Now at this point, I'm basically waiting for the fusion. I want to get rid of the Bane. So it's going to come out, and I will immediately get my Vanish. And I get to reset my Perfumer. Okay. This time we're going to be going up against a Fire King, I believe, Laval build? I think it was Fire King Laval. So yeah, we're clearly facing a lot of more casual side decks. But there's a lot of fun there. You can see again, Bear Broom discarding Sign. Just so fantastic. Fire King, sorry, Fire Fist, that's what it was. I did face a Laval deck recently, but I don't think I saved that replay because it wasn't terribly interesting. And we're just saving that for reuse in case we want it later, basically. That's why we're doing that. No, I do not want you to use Revolt. That's unfortunate. And basically, we're trying to just get him to use the DPE. He's going to use it on something. Alright, and I have one more I want to show right here. And this is versus B-Troopers. So the deck itself is a lot of fun, good combo lines. It is unfortunately still a little dependent on Featherstorm. Over-reliance on a card that is in the crosshairs of a good number of people is worrying, to say the least, but, you know, we'll enjoy it while we can and see what happens. No. And we can't get Revolt because we don't have any cards in hand, so we're basically just gonna have this extra bit of, you know, if you deal with everything else, this is gonna end you. But he's not gonna be able to, so we're fine. Alright. And that is a demonstration of the deck. So yeah, it's pretty fun. I'm looking forward to playing it. That's all.